What's up, guys? This is Playmate with On This Date in Hip Hop, and I'm here with Bink. We're gonna go ahead and play a hip hop trivia game with him. So you ready for this?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So I'm gonna name a couple dates here, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna tell me the significance of the date and what it means to you, and I'm gonna have some follow-up questions. Okay. All right. So first one we have is February 20th. What date is that?
Oh man, that's when the God came in the world.
Okay. Yes.
Oh wow.
Happy born day.
Thank you. That's me and my cousin.
I know, this is a cute picture. We chose it because it's so cute, you know what I mean? But yeah. So, what was it like growing up in the VA?
Virginia's kind of similar to LA. It's like nobody's from there. Almost like we have a lot of military bases and shit like that. But
right.
Super black, some very racist cops down that way.
Right.
So dope game came through this, something serious.
Right.
Had an effect on me as well. I was trying to stay out of it but couldn't. I used to DJ, so it was cool. Like Virginia was super cool. I think like any other hood.
Okay. When did you start DJing?
84, 85.
Okay, and you were born?
72.
Okay. Wow. So how'd you get into that?
I just think it was just, the culture just like consumed everything, breakdancing. Except I never did the tag in the wall thing, never did graffiti, but as far as the breakdancing and pop locking and all that type of stuff, and just the clothes and the belt buckles, the Kangos, like I was all in.
Definitely. So
DJing was just evolved into that naturally.
Okay, cool. Now, who were some of your music inspirations growing up?
Producer-wise or group-wise?
In general.
Actually, I think hip-hop is only 50 years old, or 51, so I kind of grew up with hip-hop.
Right.
So, all your early groups like Run DMC, Houdini, Fat Boys, rest in peace, Prince Bobby Lee, he just passed. Tribe Called Quest, Run DMC, Sugar Hill Gang. That's the first one that we got for real, that really got me going. But yeah, so.
Are you ready for the next one?
Let's go.
Okay. So, September 10th, 1996. Does this ring a bell for you?
Shit, the closest thing would that be Blackstreet.
Oh, ding, ding, ding. So what role did you play on this? And yeah, can you just kind of tell me about it?
Well, Teddy moved his studio from New York to Virginia in 88, 89. And it was like pretty much anybody who was into music, it was just your whole mission was to get inside that building.
Right.
It was called Future Studios, and it was on Virginia Beach Boulevard back in the day, right behind this veterinarian. And I was just trying to get in it by any means necessary, you know what I'm saying? So it took me, about 3 years.
Wow.
Because he came out 89, 88. We actually did the Blackstreet record in 93.
Wow, okay.
It didn't come out till 96.
That's crazy.
Stupid.
Wow.
So yeah.
Like literally that whole process, it just took you guys that long.
The business is crazy. That's why I never tell people what I'm working on or when it's coming out.
Right.
Things fluctuate so much. Yeah.
People got families and things. And
people ask me, so when does it drop? I'm like, I have no idea. I'm going to do.
Right.
I'm going to get into this shit.
Right. Let's not put any time.
Right.
I mean, time doesn't exist technically.
So.
Okay. So obviously it was a hard process. So what did you learn from all this?
You got to stay the course. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing I learned about the music industry is that you get way more no's than yeses. But that one yes could change your life.
Right.
So you gotta keep pressing.
Right.
Okay. That's what I learned.
I love that. Like, what kind of no's or rejection did you guys face with that?
No no's with that record, just as far as with me getting to Teddy. Trying to get that one beat that makes him be like, okay,
Got it.
You know, instead of saying, yeah, you know, keep working, kid. That's, you know,
right.
You know, don't quit. You know, all that inspirational bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Basically telling you ain't ready yet.
Right.
So yeah, but when I played that beat, he was all in like immediately, and invited me to the studio the very next day.
Wow.
Then I ended up in Trinidad.
Wow.
Yeah. So like I say, you know, good dope sell itself. That's what the streets teach you.
Yeah.
So that pertains to music too.
Nice. All right. So next one. Actually, it's my birthday. It's my born day, but
yeah, June 17th.
Yes, it is. But other than it being my born day, what is this date for you?
June. That gotta be Lost Boys.
So, ding, ding, ding. So, being that, you know, okay, so you actually quoted, this is where it all started. So, being that you worked on a couple of projects before that, I'm just curious, why was this the one where it all started?
Because the crazy thing was, I got the Blackstreet record, right? Like I said, it never came out, right? So, I moved to New York right after that. So, before I went to Trinidad, I was already living with Mr. Cheeks. And that's where I went and got my passport from, so I could go to Trinidad with Blackstreet. But this is another classic situation of staying the course, because when I got to Cheeks, they were doing legal drug money. And of course, I wanted to be on that album too. But the beats weren't there. That crushed me.
Right.
But when the next one came out, I got 4 on that one.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's cool. How did you get connected? Like, you know?
For Cheeks? Cheeks used to live in Virginia for a while. And you know, the dope game and music always goes, you know, hand to hand. So his guy was Buck and L. They got a company called Butt Naked.
Okay.
And my guy was Lil D from Detroit, and they knew each other on the street.
Okay.
So they put us together, and we just always remained in contact until we ended up doing some music together.
Cool. All right.
I'm 2 for 2.
Yes, actually, well, if you're counting the first one, but I hope you would remember that.
Count that one.
All right, so what album is this?
Streets is the Mother, Corrupt.
All right. Now, what year did it come out?
Damn, can I get 2 choices? I'm thinking 99.
Yes.
That's right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Wow.
Yeah. You have a good memory.
As much weed as I smoke.
I know. So you established yourself as an R&B producer. Then you were in the East Coast. So was it hard for you to switch up to the West Coast sound?
I wouldn't even say I established myself as an R&B producer. That was just the first look I got.
Right.
Like I said, Teddy finished that off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But with that, the Lost Boy situation, it was just not Lost, but Corrupt. How did I meet Corrupt? I'm trying to remember how I even met Corrupt. It's been so long, because right from Corrupt I got Nate Dogg. And I ended up doing both of those guys at the same time. But me and Corrupt just hit it off when we first met each other. So it was more of a friendship than music, and the music clicked as well. So, but that was me challenging myself, because that sounds nothing like what I normally do. So I just was trying to push the envelope a little bit.
Cool. So it wasn't too hard of a process to like?
No, because I just love music. So anything I used to listen to, I can do.
Right.
So it's like it's programmed in me. Essentially. Right. So I just reach into those bags.
Right.
And make up my own little bag.
Okay. All right. Next one we have.
Let's see.
Okay.
Fire.
October 31st, 2000.
Maybe the first one I did wrong. 2000. October 31st, 2000. Damn it. Oh, Dynasty.
Yes. There you go. All right. So with this one, so you produced 2 tracks on here. So what doors kind of opened up for you after you did this?
And the floodgates opened up after that. I think I was in the game for 5 years or so prior to that.
Wow.
But, it's all about brands. You can buy T-shirts for $10.
For sure.
But not with a Gucci logo on it. So getting on a Jay-Z album, it just took my stock up.
How did that happen?
There was a studio called Baseline Studios in New York. And, Malik Sealy, rest in peace, basketball player, and Juan, which is Jay's right hand, built the studio together. And I was the first person to ever record. I got in that first PO from Electric Records, a 30-day PO from Electric Records.
Wow.
And I was working in the B room because the A room was still being finished. It wasn't finished yet. So as soon as the A room was finished, Rockefeller took over A room, out the gate. So Jay heard me in the B room one day, and he heard the You, Me, Him, and Her beat. And I turned around, he's in the room with me. And when Jay starts whispering to himself, rapping, it's like, we got him.
Right.
So I turn around and he's like pacing in a circle, and I'm telling you, this room was not bigger than this room.
Wow.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was real close proximity. So I turned the beat off, and he's like, no, turn back on. Turn back on. And he's like, ooh, put that in the A room.
Yes.
But I was doing the beat for an artist named Mocha that was signed to Missy at the time. And my engineer was like, when Jay walked out, he's like, yo, this is for Mocha. I'm like, Mocha ain't heard shit. Like, you heard the man. Take that 2-inch off and get the fuck across the hallway. You know what I'm saying? This is what we've been waiting. This is obviously what we've been waiting on.
Right.
So he did his verse immediately. Like, Jay don't write anything down, but he went in and did his verse, and that beat stayed with just his verse for probably about 3 or 4 months. And then people started adding their verses to it later. But that's how I ended up on that. But I started with Beans. Beans was the first Rockefeller artist I ever worked with.
So, next one is September 11th, 2001.
Oh man, this is an easy one. Blueprint.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay. Hold on.
That was a game changer.
Boom. Yes.
I think this was probably the most excited I was for a release. Because like the world was waiting on it. Like everybody was talking about it. It was just like a big deal.
Yeah.
So but none of us knew the order of the album. You know what I'm saying? So I was really not knowing where I was. Because if you remember, you probably too young to remember, when it came out, it was a leaked version came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a bootleg version came out. It was all different orders of the album.
Okay.
So, and I think it was a couple of that it wasn't even on the album. But so that was circulating at first. So when I heard that, so I really didn't know how to take that. But then finally, I don't know if you ever seen the infamous when Guru wrote out hip hop and wrote out the order of the album. So when we finally saw that, I was like, oh shit.
Wow.
So just knowing, like, when the person come out the record store and rip that plastic off, the first thing they gonna hear is me.
Right.
So I was just like, I really enjoyed that. And I was opening and closing for that album. So that was a great feeling.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
On the bootleg version, what position was The Rollers Back?
Man, I wish I could remember where it was, but it definitely wasn't number one. You know what I'm saying? It was number one. And but when I finally did, and my phone was ringing off the hook,
man,
it was a great feeling. Sure.
Okay.
Getting tricky.
So, what album is this?
That will be John P. Kelly. Like Mr. Cheeks.
Okay. Now, question: do you remember what month this album came out?
See, I told you it was gonna be the first one I fuck up on. I'm thinking it was the summertime when that shit came. May?
Wrong.
Ah! I want to know.
October.
It was October?
Yeah.
Wow.
Unless the research is wrong, but Next one we have here is boom, December 4th, 2001.
They go?
Yes, look at you. All right, so what was it like working with Nate Dogg?
That was a treat, because Nate Dogg, contrary to what you think, was a funny motherfucker.
Yeah.
But I just call him Rottweiler-face, because he always had the same serious face all the time, even when he was joking. So that's what made it that much more funny. He would say some of the funniest shit with his face like that. Just like that picture. That's how he would joke the shit out you. That same look.
And how did you guys connect?
My manager at the time was working at Electra Records, and he was signed to Electra. And they just put us together, and again, me, challenging myself and trying to custom make a sound for the person. And Nate always came off to me as a pimp. That's the way he used to move. You know what I mean? So I Got Love was just, that to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah, let's go.
Who's this guy?
Oh man, that's Thanos.
On a scale of 1 through 10, what would you rate him on the friend scale?
Dre? Shit, I say an 8.
An 8. Okay, so he's an 8. So you know your friend's birthday?
Yeah.
Okay, what is it?
It's actually yesterday. Oh, February 18th. I thought it was 19. Yeah, it's 18. Yeah.
Technically, it wasn't in China or something.
Yeah. Somewhere it was 18.
Somewhere.
It was 18 somewhere yesterday.
Yeah.
So yeah, our birthday is real close.
Cool. And how did you guys connect?
I just think over the years, him hearing the stuff I've done, and plus he who he is, my respect for him is just unprecedented. But I think it was just a mutual respect and me trying to work with him, actually. And I finally got his attention where he actually called on me to do some things, and we just always been cool.
I love it. All right, we got a couple more. And November 13th. What's the significance of this date for you?
Shit, it's my mom's birthday.
Yay! Mama. All right. So how pivotal was your mom's role for you in the music career?
Everything. My mom was the choir director for the church. So she used to clean the house to gospel albums. Just real loud, just had playing. And I never forget, I was beating on a recliner, another recliner with coat hangers. That was my drumsticks. Right? So beating on a recliner with coat hangers. And she's taking notice that this dude is on beat. Like, he's literally doing everything that the record is doing, but on the recliner.
Yeah.
So I'm still not knowing what's on her mind.
Right.
But her wheels are turning. Next thing I know, we're at my aunt's house late at night, and they pull these drums out the attic. They used to be.
Wait, how old were you?
8.
Okay. So
the drums belong to my cousin Tony, rest in peace, which is my Aunt Bunny's son. He used to play, but he ended up playing piano. This is some old drums that they had bought him years prior.
Wow.
So they pulled those down. It was raggedy as hell. And the cymbal used to fall down when I used to play. It used to actually just fall all the way down to the thing. I'm still not getting it. I'm just thinking they give me some drums.
Right.
So the next thing I know, I'm in front of church with a suede bow tie, a whole bunch of Vaseline on my face. playing drums for the church.
Wow.
Yeah, so she basically groomed me in how to.
That's beautiful.
To play with people.
That's so beautiful. Especially when like some people, they don't have that support from their parents. So I think that's amazing.
I don't think my mom knew that he was going to pivot into this. Because this was never my dream, even in school, even in high school. And I was walking around saying one day I'm going to be a hip hop producer. That wasn't it. I wanted to get a job at the Longshoreman corner, shipyard, railroad. That's what I saw, the OGs doing around me that was really getting money, taking care of their families. Music was not on the forefront for me.
Right.
I didn't do that until after I graduated. And then it clicked.
Okay.
Because everybody kept saying, "You going to college?" I was like, "No and no." Damn, what am I do though?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I started really just, because I always felt like I could do it.
Right.
And I was because of my father and my mother played two different roles. My mom actually showed me how to play along with people and take direction. My father trained my ear because my father bought records every Friday. Paid it. Get his check, cash his check.
Wow.
Go to the liquor store, buy his liquor, go to the record store, buy whatever just dropped, and come to his house, and him and his boys just listen to the whole album in its whole entirety.
Wow.
And just review it. Just talk,
I love that.
Shit super loud, they talking over the music.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So this is what I used to hear all the time. So listening to, the Crusaders, Temptations, Spinners, OJs, and all that just trained.
Those are classics. So I'm assuming then when you started DJing, you were using Dad's records, or?
Yeah, he's still looking for his records. I took all of their records. Never brought them back.
Oh my God.
But yeah.
I love it. And then, just curious, so your mom, since she was in choir, so did she have you singing?
Absolutely. That's how I started. I was singing first.
Oh, okay.
There's a whole bunch of black man pictures of me with the blowed out fro and the bow tie with the Vaseline on my face.
Were you like tenor or alto?
I'm gonna think I was a soprano probably.
Oh wow, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I had a really high voice.
Yeah.
And my sister friends used to call my sister, and they had to actually come up with a code because I sounded like her on the phone.
Can you still do that right now?
Hell no. But
can you try?
No. That set me up for that one. So my voice was just high, like my sister's. And they would call, and I'd be like, "Hey girl, what's going on?" Yeah, well, what did he say? And he'd be like, "Oh no, what's the password?" And I'm like, "Damn." I never knew. I think I asked her what the password was like 20 years ago. Because I was just that curious, like, what the fuck was the password? Like, I really wanted to know that shit. And it was music.
Oh, wow.
How crazy is that?
Wow.
It lets you know that wasn't my dream.
Right.
So I wasn't on that page.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you started playing the drums, and then you got into actually using drum kits and stuff. What was your first drum kit machine?
Actually, I started playing drums, and then I quit playing drums in church because I thought I was too cool. Like about 14, 15 years old, and I want to, hang out, talk to girls. I didn't want to go to choir rehearsal anymore. Play football and stuff like that. So I was DJing more. So the DJing is with my natural evolution into producing. You know what I'm saying? But my first machine was ASR 10. It was the first one I got. And but all of us in Virginia, from me, Timberland, Knox, Chad, Pharrell, we all got ASR 10.
Got it. Did you have to save up for that, or?
No, I did some persuading of a family friend.
Okay.
He was in the Navy, and I got him to get it.
Nice.
Cause when you're in the Navy, you can walk in any store and they give you credit.
Right.
They don't even care.
Right.
So I was like, I talked him into getting it, but the deal was I was supposed to do beats for him, and I didn't, and he ended up taking it back later. So yeah, that was my first one.
That's cool though. I bet he was like, he must have felt pretty just the fact that he made a big impact in your life just from that alone, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it started there, but the light ain't really come. I didn't really get it yet. I was still trying to.
You're just doing your thing.
I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I still didn't know how to manipulate that machine to the fullest of its capability yet.
Okay. Who was like your mentor in kind of helping you perfect your craft?
Shit. Tribe Called Quest. I listened to them like so much. I didn't really have anybody locally that was teaching me stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, I always tell my, the kids I mentor that, you can listen to music and really go to school just by listening.
Right.
There's a lot of things you can learn just by listening.
Right.
So I applied that for myself. So just listening to Q-Tip and Dilla's work, I learned so much. You know what I'm saying? So that was really my gauge for the music.
I like it. All right, let's see. Next one. Okay. March 21st. What day is this for you?
That's my that's Boss Lady's birthday.
Yeah, she's so cute.
Thank you.
So your father, what kind of values did mom or your parents teach you in just you being a parent?
I think the most thing was, once you had kids, it ain't about you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get in where you fit in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, my kids would have new shoes on before I would. You know what I'm saying? That's the value that my parents showed me. Like, I see so much. That's one of my major pet peeves, to see a guy that's looking fresh, sneakers nice, haircut, and the son has no haircut.
Right.
Clothes
Raggedy.
fucked up. It's like, how?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So me, if anybody gonna look fresh, it's gonna be them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So yeah, I think that may be my only child who maybe takes an interest in music.
Really?
Because she's very intrigued now.
Oh.
She's been asked to go to the studio a lot lately. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So she said, can I go to the studio? I said, yeah, we go to the studio. She said, well, can we do a beat? I said, yeah, we do a beat. So I pulled up the MPH, put some sounds on the pads. Thinking that's all she really wanted to do. So she hit the sounds and shit. So that was all we did. So the next time she asked me, she said, yo, can I go to the studio today? I'm like, yeah, go to the studio. She said, this time can we make a beat? She was like, last time you turned the machine on, but we ain't do no beat. Like, I ain't stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, damn, okay, so she's serious. So when she said that, I really think she has an interest.
And how young is she now?
She's 6.
Wow, that's perfect. Yeah.
She's 6. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, when's this guy's birthday?
June 8th. That's my firstborn.
Okay. On a scale of 1 through 10, how cool of a dad are you?
1 to 10?
Mm-hmm.
He ain't got enough numbers. 10. They I don't know what they would rate me, but
Is he more of a daddy's boy or?
He's a mama's boy for sure.
Really? Okay.
But the baby girls, you can't say nothing about me, right? She ain't had it. But no, Cam, like I gave all my kids' names begin with a K.
Why K?
I don't know. K? It just happened that way. And it's ironic because that's KKK. So that's Cam, and my oldest daughter is Corinne, so she's Ren, and Kennedy, my baby girl, we call her Ken.
I like that. So November 22nd, 2010. What date is this for you?
Kanye.
So from this album, there was 4 tracks that Kanye did not produce.
Right.
You were one of the producers that produced the tracks, and just wanted to know if you're still humble at this point or if you're an asshole.
I was a complete asshole. No, I'm joking. Actually, it was crazy because I kept hearing about everybody going to Hawaii. I'm like, everybody going to Hawaii for it? Like, Kanye's bringing everybody out. He's bringing Pete Rock, he's bringing RZA, all these people to come work on the album. I'm like, hold up.
Wow.
Really? So I texted him. I emailed him like, yo, I hear you got everybody out in Hawaii but that nigga. He's like, who that? I said, me. What? I said, he's like, yo, the travel budget is a little exhausted. You know what I'm saying? Well, I said, okay. I said, well, check these out. I sent about 2 or 3 joints. The next response was, they about to contact you about your travel.
Wow.
And we talked.
I love it.
So that's how I ended up in Hawaii.
You're a great negotiator. You said that's how you met your wife?
No, that's how I ended up in Hawaii.
Oh, I was like,
I did take a whoopie though.
Oh, that's cool. I love that. Like, how was that experience in Hawaii? You're doing music out there with everybody, and I mean,
the crazy thing is, I wasn't playing that beat for him intentionally. It happened by accident.
Oh, okay.
We were talking, and I was playing him beats, but the beat that I was playing him while we were talking, it went off. iTunes automatically plays the next one. So when it came on, he was like, what's this? I was like, just another joint. He's like, oh no, I need that right now. And I didn't even think that he would want that particular track because, I understand. After a while, people really started counting boom bap out. They didn't have an 808s hand claps in it. It was done. Right. That's how people was taking it. It was really treating it. So for him to pick that, it just meant a lot to me because I didn't stop doing soul joints just because everybody else was doing 808 shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I stuck to my guns and just kept doing what I was good at. And that's the first line he said when we went there. He was like, oh, I love it though. And they kept all that. She loved Jesus, but she learned a lot from Satan. The first line he came up with. So, I didn't hear it again until he was putting records out on Good Friday, I think it was.
Oh,
Good Friday, Good Thursday, something. And people was calling me like, yo, because it used to be called the Magic Album. It wasn't Devil in New Dress.
Oh, okay.
They called it because he actually says the Magic Album on the record. So it was just dope to get the response he was getting. One of the biggest responses that he got for that Good Friday move.
Wow. Do you know why he changed it?
No. Kanye is just, a genius in his own right. So it's like, it definitely warranted a lot of attention just because of the name. But people kept saying Devil in a Red Dress. I think it's a classic movie.
Right.
So everybody thought it was called Devil in a Red Dress, but it wasn't. So, the irony.
Okay. All right. February 16th, 2018. What date is this for you?
February 16th, 2018. We're in 2021 now, right? Is that Ross? No.
Okay, so can you explain the credit that you played on this album?
Nipsey was a calculated killer. You know what I'm saying? He plans things out and thinks things out thoroughly. So he knew the sound that one of the sounds he was trying to get for the album was basically the sound that gave Hov on Blueprint. He was a huge fan of that. So he hit me. It was just like, I just would love to just get your ears on where I'm at and possibly help us, get things right. And I was like, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? So a friend of mine asked me about him years prior to that. Because me and Nip met in probably 05.
Wow.
When he was with Johnny Shapes. And I went to see him at this. They had some apartment in New York. and I went to see him, and nothing panned out from that encounter. You know, he was super cripped out. I remember that thoroughly. And so later, like maybe probably about 2013, 2012, something like that, a friend of mine like, yo, I think you and Nip could do some shit together. I'm like, who that? Because I had kind of forgot.
Yeah.
Like, what you think about him? I said, really, I don't know enough about him to comment. So we had to take a trip to New York, and the whole way up he played Nipsey. The whole way up. And that's all I needed. And then I reached out, but I reached out myself. You don't necessarily have to be waiting. And once I reached out, it was just like, you know, he was kind of like, the feeling was mutual. And the first record we did was Respect Your Passion. And so it started there. But I came up to LA, and I was in the studio with them for probably like a month and a half, 2 months, something like that. Just helping them, just bringing in singers for this record, like real big. And then I came in, I organized stuff, I brought in Battle Cat, put Talk Box on it, and just structuring the records and just telling them what stuff he could add, and take out whatever. Plus he had, Rance 1500 nothing, Mike the Keys, and he just had an all-star cast.
Yeah.
So all of us, putting our heads together and just really banging it out. It was dope.
Nice. January 16th, 2020. Can you tell me about this date?
I'm watching Channel Zero right now. January 16th, 2020. No.
Okay.
I lost that one.
What is this?
Earth Game.
So here we are, 2020. What would you say is the difference or the comparison from you working with artists in the 90s versus now?
The ironic thing about that record is a friend of mine named LP, Lance, DJ guy. Like, yo, I got some friends of mine in town. They used to go to Hampton with me. They dope, you know what I'm saying? They gonna come up. And they came, they opened up for Mac Miller. Rest in peace. And yo, you should get with them. I said, cool, tell them come through. So I just never forget they came through. And we did that record that night from scratch. And they slept on the floor. No covers, no pillows.
Wow.
It was dead of winter. And I was like, they hungry.
Wow.
Like, they, you know what I'm saying? Banged that record out. And that's the same exact vocals from that night. And this was probably maybe 4 years prior to it coming out. They didn't change anything.
Wow.
So, I tell people all the time, good music has no due date.
That's facts right there. Okay. So, are there any future dates that you wanted to add that's coming up for you?
Yeah, but like I told you earlier, I never speak on it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely some numbers that should be on that paper.
Okay. Well, since we don't want to, we'll just hold off on that. Right. Is there a date that you want to add in general that we didn't cover in this game today?
I think the whatever day Rather You Than Me drop for the Ross album.
Okay.
That was like me again challenging myself to do something bigger than what I had done.
How so?
I mean, it's almost like, when you go in the arcade and you play a game and you come back 2 years later, your score is still a high score.
Right.
So it's like only I could take my score.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about when we start talking about soul records. It's not a lot of people that I worry about taking my score off the game.
Right.
When we start talking about that.
And how did that project even start?
I went to Ross's crib. I stayed at Ross's crib for like damn near 2 months.
Wow.
We did like 9 records.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are working.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, that was pretty much it. So I think you did pretty good. What do you think?
Yeah, like 3 wrong, I think.
Yeah.
How many was it altogether?
It was 15.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I still got like a B on that.
Who would you like to nominate next to play this game?
Like I said, it can be virtual.
It could be virtual.
Okay, so I will nominate DJ Toon.
Okay. Why him?
Because he's just like, I think we have a lot of skin in the game. So he has a lot of dates that you can talk to him about.
Cool.
So yeah.
Do you think Toon can take down your high score?
Absolutely not. He's still smart.
All right, we're coming for him then.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so this is Playmate with On This Date in Hip Hop with Bink. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Appreciate y'all inviting me over.
Definitely. And we'll see you guys next time. We coming for you, Toon.
I ain't mess with my score team.